Atari, possibly the most influential home gaming system of all time. With a worldwide following, millions of fans, and games that still hold up over 40 years later. What makes the Atari so special? Join us as Super Retro Video Games shows you all about the Atari. Released in 1977, the Atari Video Computer System, later known as the Atari 2600, made its way into millions of homes around the world. Although the Atari was not the first home gaming system to do this, its predecessors like the Magnavox Odyssey and the Coleco Telestar failed to obtain the worldwide notoriety as the Atari did.
The Atari Video Computer System is 20 cartridges with 1,300 game variations you play on your own TV set.
For the 1970s, the Atari's hardware was powerful. Similar computer technology that was used in the arcade Pong machine years before was upgraded and now able to fit in this compact home console. The CPU processor clocks in at 8 bits. It can produce 128 colors. The resolution is 160 by 192, and the sound outputs at 2 channels with 4 bits. As years went on, Atari continued to make upgrades to their hardware. The next Atari console released was the 5200. This system was not as popular, mainly because the game titles were not innovative and the controllers were clunky. The Atari 7800 eventually showcased the potential of Atari's computer power with better graphics and more modern games. Just look at the comparison between the same games from the 2600 versus the 7800. The Atari controllers, or joysticks, were simple and straightforward. Remember, this was the dawn of video games. It was a simpler time where one button was enough to have hours of fun. Although the joysticks were great and easy to use, they did plug in on the back of the system, which sometimes made gameplay awkward. Later on, the 7800 changed the shape of the joystick and added a second button, making it more versatile for newer games.
We're Atari. We have the vision, and we invented the technology to bring the excitement home to you.
The Adam and Eve of modern video games, these small cartridges laid the foundation for the games of the future. Although some of the Atari's games were stressful to learn and difficult to play, most of them were simple, fun, and enjoyable. Rather than talk about it, just take a look at some of our favorite games. With the growing popularity of retro gaming, many of Atari's best games are still being enjoyed in today's generation. You may be blessed to still have a working original Atari, but for those who don't, Atari has released several versions of flashback mini consoles. These are plug-and-play emulation systems preloaded with a variety of Atari's most popular games. These classic games are also available on the PlayStation. Atari's Anniversary Edition and Atari's Anthology are another option for the dedicated retro gamer. Atari, the great-grandfather of video games, is still alive and doing well to this day. With the launch of the new Atari VCS 800, you can play nearly all the classics along with some of Atari's new modern games. Whether you enjoyed playing Atari as a child or you are brand new to the Atari gaming universe, one thing's for sure, Atari has lasted the test of time, and without it, gaming as we know it today may not have been the same.